All right, MMA Maniacs, it's time once again for your weekly MMA podcast called Split Decision, brought to you from the Ruloff Family Inc. studios. Bueller, Dodge, and Dennis ready to break you off some MMA news right ahead of UFC 215.
215!
Tomorrow night.
215!
What a day it is. There's actually a lot to go over. You like how I did that, though? How I was still doing the intro without any intros?
Hey, but there's one less thing to go over.
Any issues?
No, we still have to go over that.
We still have to go over that.
We do. But we're not going to jump into that yet. We're going to jump into some controversial stuff coming across the internet from Glory.
Oh my God, it's cringeworthy.
Yeah,
Glory Kickboxing released this nice little viral video.
Their super heavyweight champion murdered his child live on TV.
First of all, he is a welterweight. His name is Richard Abraham.
Oh, sorry, redacted.
He also did not murder a child. It's his own
Sorry,
child.
redacted.
It's his own child.
Redacted.
But yes, he did kick her while she was holding pads and goes flying through the air.
And really slippery socks, so she just slid. Bro.
We have two pictures. I think you can see the first one here of her setting up the kick.
This is her before.
And do the one in the midair. She gets some air.
That's airborne.
She gets some
That's my favorite, though.
Airborne.
And yes, Middle Easy, we will laugh at this because it was obviously
We have
set
kids.
up.
We have kids.
Yeah.
They're made of rubber. She was kicked in the back of her legs, not the side. She was never at any risk of getting broken legs.
That's a 4-inch mat that they're on.
No, that's her dad.
and that's well, his name's Matt, and she's fine. She's fine. She was laughing.
She
He
was laughing the whole time.
Oh yeah.
If you have kids, you know that they're pretty resilient.
Eric, right? How many times you hit your kids with throw pillows? How many times you hit your kids without the throw pillows, Eric? Anyway.
My thing is, do you like content like this?
Eric out there going, how the fuck did you know?
Do you like content like this from like MMA sites like Bellator or UFC, or do you like the kind of behind the scenes kind of goofy stuff? Like, I think this makes good content.
I think it's cool, but when it brings the hatred from people, that's the
gonna
backlash.
be anything though.
I know.
Everybody hates everything now.
Get offended by fucking everything. So
Yeah.
He could have kicked a fish and Pete'd be all over it.
he'd be beating his wife, and they'd be like, trying to make excuses for him.
No, they'd sign him to another team. It's fine. Yeah. No, I watched it a couple times because I was like, this has to be Photoshopped. There's no way this is real. And then when I saw it was real and she was laughing, I was like, you know what? Whatever. My kids and I roughhouse too. I am not a professional fighter by any means.
No, and you
'cause you
should
would
rough
miss.
house with your kids.
Yeah, I would.
We have an apocalypse coming. You need to rough your kids out.
Apocalypse?
Yeah. We had an 8.0
A whole
earthquake.
apocalypse?
A whole apocalypse.
A whole apocalypse.
Try having older brothers.
Yeah.
Turn off the fucking lights and have pillow fights until someone.
Whoa. That's bad.
Why is Josh in the wall? I don't know. Lights were off. No idea.
It happens.
You don't stop till someone cries. That's it.
No, and blood. It's like hockey. We stop at blood.
Yeah, but you can't see blood in the dark. So
Diego Brandao had signed with
We're all going
Eurasia
to jail. Every single
Fight
one of us.
Fight Nights Global, fighting there 3 times this year. However, this last fight that he had was very, very strange. I don't really know exactly what happened.
Neither does he.
He was fighting Ahmed Aliyev. And it looks like at some point there's a video out there. You can see this on YouTube. Maybe put this up on the page later, where it looks like Brandao bites Ahmed.
It looks like
your head's partially see-through.
it looks.
Yeah.
It looks like it's kind of awesome. It looks a little Tyson-esque when they're on the ground. I'll give it that. It looks a little Tyson-esque, but there's
And
no
then-
proof of it. There's no blood either.
And there, Ahmed Aliyev then looks like he kind of headbutts him. The ref's trying to separate him. Ahmed's still throwing punches while the ref's separated him, so Brandao up kicks him illegally, and also when the ref's trying to stop the fight. The whole thing was very strange.
I call bullshit on the headbutt because if it hit anything, it was Brandao's chest.
Okay.
The up kick was pretty legit and
Illegal.
illegal as well.
Yeah, and then Brandao stands up. They're kind of separated. He walks over to the gate and basically asks to be let out. He said, I'm done. Tries to start going out. Playing with the green screen now?
It's green. It's just,
So, tries to get himself out. The ref's telling him, calm down. Like, let's keep the fight going. Like, let's keep it going.
it's amazing.
We're all just teenagers.
And then, because they won't let him out, he climbs over the cage and leaves.
Right.
Taking my ball and going home.
Yeah. To which, well, by the way, people are starting to throw garbage into the
he was
ring.
getting
So
cups and other things.
I hate that band anyway.
he starts to
like
leave.
Shirley Manson?
They
Come
get
on,
him
man.
back in the ring, and they disqualify him for quitting.
Why bring him back for that?
You can't quit. You're disqualified.
Qualified, yeah.
Pretty ridiculous.
I would do that. I would do it though. I'd be like, come here. No, nothing's gonna happen. Nothing's gonna happen.
Yeah. No, you're DQ'd.
You're DQ'd.
It's not like you can.
Get the fuck out of here.
You can't let a guy go back to his not just his corner but his friends and then come back in the ring. Like now he's got brass knuckles in his shorts. He's greased up to the gills. You know.
He got the sledgehammer from underneath the apron.
See, exactly. Comes back in with a fucking chair. You can't do that. Can't do that.
It's not a no DQ.
I mean, you're in
match.
Russia. You can kind of do whatever you want, but
True.
at the same time, it's a no. Diego.
We have a little bit more news with the UFC and their sale. We have the Fertitta brothers have decided to sell the remaining stock that they had. They had 5.8 stock left after they had already sold to WME, and they have now sold that entire stock to WME, basically upping the UFC stock from the $4 billion that they bought it for to an additional billion, so $5 billion.
Oh, I was so confused about that. I'm like, how the fuck did they pay $4 billion for the majority stake, and then another $5 billion for the 5% that the Fertittas had?
Well,
Okay,
see right
I got
there.
it.
So if you take it roughly, they're saying that they roughly got 26% premium over last year's transaction
By holding on to it.
by holding on to it. So
Wow.
what's
All right.
26% of $5 billion? So they got a little over $1 billion.
$2 billion each is what it says right there. Fertitta brothers. Oh, excuse me. They're currently estimated at $2
Yeah,
billion.
each. Right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nobody has offered comments on this. The UFC has declined to comment. WME has declined to comment. So have the Fertitta brothers.
I'll give you the comment. We got a shitload of money.
I'm rich,
We're rich, bitch.
Oh, we're getting the sticky stuff now.
And all we could hear was the sound of fanning money.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's it.
So much money.
So when does Dana follow?
I don't know if he will.
Don't think so.
At least not anytime soon.
Yeah,
Unless
when-
he's ready
when-
to open up, what is it? Dana White's boxing league? Is that what you said it was?
No, it's
Zuffa boxing.
it's gonna be Connor and him, and it's gonna be called Ultimate Boxing Challenge. Watch, mark my words.
UBC.
The UBC. Ultimate
Ultimate
Boxing,
Boxing
Challenge.
Challenge,
It's
yep.
not going to be McGregor Boxing? McGregor Sports Entertainment?
No, it's going to be
No.
Or Zuffa Boxing?
No,
Dana White training Conor McGregor how to box.
well, because
That might actually happen.
They're not
because
getting- they're-
I don't understand why Dana didn't go train him how to box, because he was a boxing instructor at one point back
they
in
said
Boston.
Dana wasn't that good. He could carry a good bag though.
He did a lot of box exercise.
Okay.
He was going to fight Tito.
Yeah. Tito backed out.
Yeah, Tito was afraid of Dana.
Tito had an injury.
No, Tito just backed out. Said it was the principal. He didn't care
he
actually
just had a
about the
giant
You want to
head.
fight a principal?
Yeah.
His neck hurt from carrying around that giant head. That was it.
So
Like Sputnik.
we talked about last week John Jones and how one of his tests came back negative for his drug test. The first one was obviously the post weigh-in. That's the one who came back as positive for terminal.
But Turbinol was the urine test, and they're saying that
this
the
is
blood
what
test,
this is what the test is. Yeah. So then he said the one after the fight was negative. So you have one test that's positive before the fight, one test that's negative after the fight. They're saying, how is this? You're contradicting. How is this going to happen? Come to find out, the USADA announced recently, they said, now that Mr. Jones' agent has publicly commented on the case, we can confirm Mr. Jones provided a urine and blood sample on July 6th and an additional urine sample on July 7th, all of which were reported negative. However, on July 28th, his urine sample did test positive for terminal, as previously confirmed. However, then after the fight, he did provide a blood sample, which was reported negative. The prohibited steroid Turbinol is only tested in urine and not in blood tests. So that's how one's positive, one's negative, because one is looking at urine, one is looking at blood. They do not. It says urine and blood screens are complementary. However, they do not analyze for the same substances. More importantly, we'd like to reiterate that John Jones is innocent until the established process determines otherwise.
Now, is he still getting a B sample of urine then?
Still going to have to, yeah.
There's a B sample
There's
of
still
urine.
B sample. There should
Do
be.
you have to take two different P's? Or is it just like the same P halved into two cups?
That's what I think it might be, yeah.
I don't know.
One fighter, two cups.
One fighter, two cups.
One fighter, two cups.
Whoa.
So I don't know. Do you think? Obviously, you have John Jones's camp. I mean, he's obviously looking like he's not on steroids right here. Do you? They were saying this basically shows that he's innocent. Look, we have one that's positive.
My dick has that same six pack. I'm just saying.
One test is positive, one's negative. We are obviously innocent. How do you feel? I mean,
No, because one's blood and one's urine, and Turbinol, according to everybody in the online forums, which they're all apparently experts.
they're all doctors.
Everybody
Yeah,
is.
they're all doctors.
All the boxing experts are now medical experts. They've moved on.
Pretty much. And the whole reason that USADA implemented
traded
the
in
urine
their
test was just some merry-go-round of licenses.
No, it's just a punch card.
Oh, I like that. I like that. Once you get 10, you become a medical doctor. But that's why they put.
I'm only a chiropractor at this point.
you got 3 punches?
Yeah.
Massage therapist.
I got 1 punch. I'm a proctologist.
Hey, chiropractors, don't email me. It was just a joke. It was just a joke. And don't give me 1 star either. Don't give me 1
They're not
star.
real doctors.
Yeah.
but I mean,
Yeah.
It's just
No,
a joke.
they are.
Like you being a doctor.
Some of them are.
I was kidding. No. I said it's just a joke, like you being a doctor. Just fuck off.
I didn't catch it amongst all the shit. Sorry, my bad.
Yeah.
So anyway, yeah, Turbinol urine bad. Don't do that. Ronda Rousey now jumping back into the WWE.
Dodges all. Fuck all you.
So obviously we have Shayna Baszler is in the Mae Young Classic tournament, which is an all-women's tournament.
Is it a 32-person tournament?
It started out as a 32-person tournament.
That's
yeah.
insane
So
to
most
me.
of it's already been filmed except for the finals. So spoiler alert, stop fucking listening right now temporarily, maybe, unless you give a shit. Shayna Baszler goes all the way. She's in the finals right now, which is going to air live.
So the Mae Young Classic
Yes.
is not like in the WWE though.
It's on the WWE network.
So it's like a sponsor, like Invicta.
Kinda. Well, it's still in the WWE. It still takes place in the WWE universe.
Okay.
Which is a thing. It's just they don't have their own show like on TV. It's not happening live. It's pre-taped.
Because when I heard 32 people, I was like,
Yeah.
Jesus Christ,
Yeah.
it's a lot.
They do a
In
bunch
the
of
elevator,
matches.
You
and
push a
it's-
button, it says, ding, you've reached Mae Young.
So
Cost you extra.
Shayna Baszler obviously has made it to the finals. Her friends, Jasmine Duke, Marina Shafir, and Ronda Rousey, call themselves the 4 Horsewomen. They have for a while now.
Yeah.
And it's kind of an ode to their love of pro wrestling and the 4 Horsemen.
we've talked to Ronda before. We know how much she loves
Pro
the
wrestling,
WWE
yeah.
pro wrestling. So
So, however, in the WWE, we have Charlotte Flair, Becky Lynch, Bayley, and what's the other girl's name? Oh man, I can't remember the other girls. Anyway, there's another girl that's there that they call themselves the 4 Horsewomen in WWE. Charlotte Flair being Ric Flair's daughter, that's kind of how they adopted it. So they have their own little clique or kind of situation. So in a backstage promo, they were talking to Ronda.
Completely spontaneous.
it was not.
Jasmine
it
Duke
was.
and Shafir.
They barely noticed the huge cameraman with the boom mic. and
They were
all the
asking.
lights.
First of all, they were asking them on camera, "How do you feel about your girl Shayna making it to the end?" They were saying, "We're so proud of her. Everything's great." These 3 girls of the 4 Horsewomen walk up of WWE's.
Right.
They kind of have a little thing saying, "Anytime, any place." The acting is horrible.
Wouldn't even call it acting.
I don't know.
In comparison to what in WWE? You
No,
look like-
Compared to a lot of things,
You know what? I would compare that to is like a hostage situation video. Like,
there's a lot of actual
please
promos
send
that are good.
money to my captors so they will please let me go
You know-
without harm.
It looked like a sexual harassment video. For you. You have to watch
Sasha
it work.
Banks, that's the other girl.
Yeah, okay, Sasha Banks, yeah.
So anyway, there's been rumors for a long time now that they're going to have the 4 Horsewomen against the 4 Horsewomen for the title of the 4 Horsewomen in the WWE. With Ronda Rousey obviously looking for a job.
Yeah.
There's rumors that she's getting quite a big payday.
Fighters looking for fights.
Shayna Baszler is already in the WWE. She's obviously made it into the Mae Young Classic. Whether she wins or not, I think she will. Whether she wins or not, I think she'll remain in the WWE regardless. Jazzy, who was supposed to fight Gabby, she was in this tournament. She did not make it. She's going to go back to pro wrestling wherever she's making.
I was
pro
going to say,
wrestling.
she is a pro wrestler.
But she's not in the WWE as contract. That's a lot of these girls are going for a contract if they impress during the
So it's
tournament.
like a
they will go.
storyline type thing, just
Yes.
have her in there? Okay.
Yeah.
All right, I got you.
So it's like WWE's tough.
Kinda, yeah.
Okay.
They've done this kind of stuff before. So apparently Ronda's been training for this sort of thing. There's rumors that this will happen at Survivor Series back in November. Who knows? I guess we'll get more on it as it comes. However, Ronda and Shayna, I think, all need to work on their mic work and promo skills.
Yeah, just go to an acting coach.
I don't know, Ronda. You went from like having a genuine conversation about her friend doing well, like she would just do in a regular interview, to I'm going to get the mean girl stare. Where's the cue card? What were the 2 lines I'm supposed to say? Mm-hmm. And just look lost.
She was reading a ransom note. It was like an Al Qaeda video from the early 2000s.
Use that mean face you gave Holly before you got knocked out. Go.
It's the same one she uses for everybody. What are you talking about? Just Holly.
Now it looks like Paige Van Zandt's going to be moving to flyweights.
Yeah, moving up to 125. She said that she was tired of having to cut weight. She said she hated the process. Passing out in the bathroom floor is not fun because
She's
you're
getting a
dying
boob job.
in your bathtub. It made sense. I needed to try it out. I wanted to move up, and I love what I do. The weight cut made it be where I hated this, and now I'm back to loving
Right.
it.
Didn't they
She is
say
a big
boobs add
advocate
7 pounds, right?
for positive
If you called it, you called it.
body positivity. I would put in my. She says I felt like I was putting myself through an eating disorder to make weight.
You say passing out on the bathroom floor isn't fun. I say that's up for discussion.
Yeah.
Because sometimes it's fucking awesome.
Hey, as long as you don't block the door.
Because sometimes it's just the coolest place in the house. It just
Oh,
feels
man.
so good to be
And
on that
quiet.
tile.
If it's
It's
a
so
tile
quiet.
floor.
Yeah.
No one
Yeah.
will mess with you if you lock
Mess
the
with
door.
you. It's all
Bathtubs
good.
too. Nice porcelain bathtubs. Nice. Oh, so cool.
So it's up for debate, Paige.
Yep.
Up for
Come on.
debate.
Ben Askren is going to be retiring at his last fight, November 24th,
man.
against Shinya Aoki. So he will be fighting at one championship, November 24th against Shinya Aoki. He is going to be retiring and said there's only one fight that will bring him out of retirement, and that is for the number one fight in the UFC, as long as it's not Tyron Woodley, because that's his training partner and friend.
Right.
So he wants to fight GSP.
If GSP makes it back as the number one contender and champion, or however what it
I
is.
would love to see, honestly, I would love to see Askren fight GSP.
I would love
we
to see
could
it
put
too.
that argument to rest.
Yeah,
Wanna
for
do
sure.
that.
So yeah, Ben Askren retiring. Did you care?
I kind of do. I kind of do, because if we have a league that is the UFC that's supposed to be the best of the best,
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that's the whole reason that they bought WEC. That's the whole reason they bought Pride. That's the whole reason that they have been
Bought Strikeforce.
bought Strikeforce and absorbed all the top competition. Yet we had Dana White say he's not going to sign Ben Askren, who's undefeated and the champion of the organization that he was in.
Was in Bellator, walked away from that championship, went over
Yeah.
to one, took that championship immediately.
Right. So he's got something to bring to the table. So I am kind of bummed out that we haven't seen him compete at the top level of the UFC. Absolutely. I would be fine with just one fight, even if it was just a fight against
Right.
GSP.
Right. Yeah. Just to see.
Where do you
how
measure
did-
up?
You know, even if it's against the top 5. I know he wants a number 1 shot, but even if he fought somebody in the top 5, let's just
He won't do it, he says. Absolutely not top five.
Hey,
the only
whatever.
one he will do is the number one spot.
money.
He
Play that
says,
money.
and it would only
Right.
be if his name is not
agree.
Tyron
That's what
Woodley.
I'm putting on here. I'm going to put the ching. Need to get that.
He said, I'm definitely not physically at the peak where I was, which was 4 or 5 years ago. It's a slippery slope. I still want to be able to compete the best of the world. I think I can, but you start getting a little worse and a little worse and a little worse. Where do you find the cutoff? You know, obviously, if you think about who retires during the prime, there's only a small number of athletes who do this. Obviously, a sport like golf, you see Tiger Woods fall off. It's not going to do much damage, but someone like me, I mean, you see someone like Muhammad Ali, who was literally my favorite athlete of all time, and the punishment he took for sticking around too long past his prime, we could see that it led to a lot of problems in his life.
Well,
Yeah.
I mean, like an Ambien overdose, I could see
Right.
that. But, you know.
And see him fighting in one, he hasn't had to disclose how much money he's made.
Nope.
How much money do you think he's made over there? Say he's on a 17 fight?
They count money in
Street, right?
suitcases. So how many suitcases has he made?
Yeah. I don't even know. How many cars, too? Right?
Wow.
One of the last ones, they gave him a Lamborghini.
I think they gave him a Lamborghini, yeah.
Holy shit, really? That's
Yeah.
kinda awesome.
Well, yeah, just a little.
Just a little bit. Well, you know how much it costs to bring that shit
I think
back to
he
the States?
purposely changed the pictures to, like, crazy stuff now.
A potato fetus and Hillary Clinton?
What did you do, Eric? Don't go back to the other ones, but
I mean, it's still a chick with a dick, but I mean,
A chick who is a dick.
that's a good one.
Bellator 183 is going to be going down in San Jose. What is that going down? That is
September 23rd.
September 23rd. That's right. September 23rd, we have Bellator 183. That is going to be headlined by Benson Henderson against Pat Tricky, Pitbull Ferreri, Roy Nelson against Javi Ayaya, Paul Daly against Lorenz Larkin. If that doesn't get you going, they're also going to be handing out a Fedor bobblehead in the sweater of absolute glory.
That's the only reason I want to go. This is the only reason I want to go.
Only
Nothing against Bendo.
5,000 fans.
Nothing
will get
against
this
Roy Nelson, but
amazing
is
bobblehead.
it me or does it just look like a poor knockoff of Freddy Krueger or some shit?
That is the sweater of absolute glory.
I would rather have Fedor. Well, I'd rather have Freddy
This
Krueger
sweater.
than Fedor. To be honest with you. Yeah, Fedor Krueger.
This sweater gives
I like
him
that.
absolute power.
It is
Really?
not Fedor Krueger. Yeah,
Fedor Krueger.
he murdered.
I just want the sweater
If you
for like
see
a
him-
Jaeger koozie.
If you see him leading up to a fight wearing that sweater, then you know he's going to murder the person he's fighting.
Unless you're Matt Mitrione.
Hey, he knocked him down. Matt just got up first.
All right.
In an alternate universe.
Also, we have some further news here from my MMA News. We have UFC featherweight champion Chris Cyborg Justino has got her boxing license in the state of California.
We have no idea.
Nobody quite knows yet. There are rumors that she is trying to maybe get a
fight Mayweather, or
maybe she'll fight McGregor. So do you think we'll see her being a boxer?
No. Connor got his license in California, never fought in California. Nate or Nick, both of them got their license in California, never fought in California. And now Cyborg got her boxing license in California. She's not going to fight in California either.
But why?
Why get it? It's just to make headlines.
To make headlines? I mean, we saw how well she did as a kickboxer.
Right. And she
not very well.
She's all about promotion right now. She's all about making things happen online. As long as she can get her name out there. Just like I said during her last fight. She wanted that screen time. She wants people to know who she is.
An empire talker.
Who she are.
I mean, there is the rumors that, her contract is still up in October. She has not been re-signed, even though she's a champion. Now, as a champion, she has a 1-year window where they could re-sign her, but she is still...
I'm telling you right now, she's
contract.
all about promotion, and she's just trying to get her name out there as much as possible. That's why her Twitter handle is who she wants to fight next. It's not her name.
True.
It's always who she wants to fight next. And right now, it's Cyborg versus Home at UFC 218. That's what her name is on Twitter. She's just she's a marketing machine.
Yeah, and Holmes's camp said that they're ready to do that, but nobody's gotten back to them. I don't understand that either.
It's weird. But that's how she got her last fight.
Right.
She had the Twitter handle set up for months before it was announced.
Obviously, we have Hurricane Irma reaping its way through Puerto Rico, heading towards the eastern seaboard.
There's like a 95 and 103-year-old couple named Harvey and Irma.
Oh, nice.
And then there's also a 53-year-old couple named Irma and Jose.
Oh.
So Irma has got some explaining to do. I'm just saying.
Explaining to do, Irma.
This Category 5 storm obviously is going through and just went over Puerto Rico, where Angelina Magna, UFC strawweight, has recently lived.
Did she hide out with Richard Branson in his wine cellar? Just to let you know, he's all okay.
He is okay. I saw that.
That was on his very own private island.
That's his own private. That's Necker Island.
Necker?
Necker. Yeah.
Okay.
Really?
Yeah.
All right.
You can actually rent the villas.
On Necker?
Yeah. I'd love to do that someday.
I don't think you can rent a Necker. I'm just saying.
Yeah, I'm saying you can.
Necker, please.
Whoa.
They basically evacuated her from her.
Y'all wanted to say it. I said it.
Yeah.
They evacuated her from her home. She said she will be keep checking in as long as possible. I know Eric has been tweeting back and forth with her, so you can follow the story on my MMA News. But yeah,
his
pretty
Twitter
scary.
better get a penicillin shot then. That's what I'm saying.
It's not Brazil, man. Puerto Rico.
Puerto Rico.
It's Puerto Rico.
My heart's devotion.
Oh, I thought it meant whale's penis. No, that's San Diego.
That's San Diego. Norman Park
Off the fucking rails.
was
today.
spared from his jail sentence yesterday when Judge Liam McNeely basically allowed him to go back to fighting. Apparently, he went. He had a fight outside of a bar. Then come to find out that he told there's like this whole big crazy story. But basically, he had a learning driver's license and not obtained permission of the owner of the vehicle to drive it. He is also uninsured.
He stole a car.
And this is basically like the
He have
seventh
his
time.
fucking permit? What is he, 15?
Some people wait a long time to get that stuff, dude.
Basically, they said that this will never happen again. He's been given a one-time chance to get his shit together so he can continue to be a fighter in the UFC.
Next thing you know, he's fucking running over a pregnant lady, fucking breaking her arm, stealing money out of his dashboard, and hiding from the cops for 3 days because he's on cocaine. What? I mean, I'm just saying it could. I'm not saying it did. I'm just saying it could happen.
The judge said he normally imposes suspended sentences for people with the 4th insurance conviction.
Wow. All right.
But he is going to be allowed to continue, basically because Conor McGregor came in and saved the day and said, look, this is my training partner. This is a guy that I believe in. We'll make sure he gets on the right path.
Connor came into court in Ireland. Jesus Christ, it's like Jesus himself showing up.
He
descended into the courtroom.
What can I put in your left hand? That'll make you forget about the gobble in your right hand.
The rainbow.
You look to the left, we're
You
going to
wrote
walk
it
to
down
the
like
right.
an escalator. Oh, Conor McGregor. What are you doing here today? Well, Judge, I came to discuss my friend's conviction.
He actually came into court. I think it was mentioned, it was brought up that, obviously he trains with him. And
How's your daughter?
You could see how he turned his life around from being on welfare to being the number one guy. This guy is trying to do the same thing by turning his life around positively using mixed martial arts.
I think you got a package coming.
We tell you, Judge. If you put him in jail, he can't train with Conor McGregor.
I paid your tab off at the pub.
Then we got a problem.
And then the big news of the week, obviously we have
This is why Ireland hates us.
UFC 215. Demetrius Johnson going up against Ray Borg. Demetrius Johnson recently talked to us. What was that? Yesterday?
What day is it?
Yep.
It was yesterday.
That was yesterday.
Yes,
So we
We
talked
had
to
an
him.
awesome interview with DJ. It was
We got this
fantastic.
new shirt that Reebok released, and everyone kind of went a little apeshit saying that Reebok sucks and that they went all,
retarded?
they went all Gilbert Melendez again, releasing this shirt that basically
Was
says
eating Giblert and grape.
Gilbert.
Make it bigger. Make it bigger. We need to see Mighty.
It says, Demetrius Mighty Johnson, and everyone's like, his name's fucking Mighty Mouse, not Mighty Mouse. Why are you just releasing a shirt that says Mighty? Well, from the man himself, he says he doesn't like to be called a mouse.
Nobody even asked me ever.
Yeah, he said it's obvious I'm short. That's not a big deal. Shouldn't be
even
part of my
know.
name. He likes
Shouldn't
Mighty.
Likes just Mighty. He was obviously didn't
have
get
big
a
ears
chance
and a
to
tail.
pick his nickname. So when Reebok approached him to do a shirt, this is the design he wanted and helped come up with. He prefers to be called Mighty, not Mighty Mouse.
What were the two games he compared? You can listen to the interview to find out.
Street Fighter and Mega Man X.
Mega Man.
And so that's the big X.
That's what it was.
And the Street Fighter fonts. It's a kind of a combination. He's a big gamer. Put it all together. Reebok didn't go all Gilbert.
No.
They,
Gibler?
They actually went and put together a shirt that Demetrius Johnson himself liked. And hopefully, I don't know, do you think more people... Is it going to be like Lombard, who changes his name from Lightning to Showweather, so now he's no longer Mighty Mouse, he's just Mighty?
No, I kind of like Mighty. I'm cool with Mighty. But
So is he going to become Lightning Show?
No, that was a long time ago.
Okay.
It's already over.
All right.
So you're okay with just being
I kinda
Mighty
dig the Mighty
Johnson?
thing.
Demetrius
Mighty Johnson.
Mighty
The
Johnson.
Mighty Johnson.
Yeah. So now he's a porn star name. And then come to find out today...
And he's about the same size of a porn star's.
Come to find out today, the fight has been canceled because Ray Borg is ill.
Yeah.
I saw an interview with Ray Borg yesterday. That was a live interview
That was good.
that said that they asked him, "How are you feeling? Are you ready for this fight?" He says, "I'm feeling fantastic. I'm feeling fine."
Yeah.
I'm feeling like 7
And then
pounds
all of a sudden
overweight.
today, he's not feeling well.
That's what the guess is. The
The
same.
doctors said he was unfit to compete.
Allegedly, when Amanda Nunes didn't make weight for 213 for Shevchenko came out and said she didn't, or not make weight, but was ill. Sorry, was ill. Said she wasn't ill, she didn't make weight, and instead of facing the new sanctions that they face, if they don't make weight because they lose money under the new
They
rules,
can just say they're sick.
they can just say they're sick. And that's exactly what, not DJ, but a lot of people are saying is that Borg is doing. He didn't make weight. He's not sick because he doesn't want to give up part of the purse that he would, or whatever fine he would have had to pay or whatever. By saying you're sick, you get out of that. This is alleged. I'm not saying this is what's happening. This is just what people in the know are throwing out there.
So before we jump into that whole card that's now kind of restructured, do you want to go over the fight that happened last week? This was UFC Fight Night 115.
There was a fight last week?
on Fight
Look at
Pass.
that. Look at all the finishes.
Oh, yeah. No, it was great. I saw the main event.
pout,
I
pout.
only saw the main event.
It was
All right.
serious, man.
Wherever you want to go.
Let's just do the main card here with Leon Edwards taking on Brian Barberina.
Yep. Gets the win.
With unanimous decision over there for Leon. And then Mario Renault got a win
That's
over
right. That's what's up.
let's do it.
Talita Bernardo with a TKO in the third round. And then Slayer Bahadazadura
Yep. Bahara Bazura.
over Rob Wilkinson with a TKO in the second
Yeah,
round.
so
And then
here-
Alexander Volkov, I'm curious, how tall is he? Because he looked like an even matchup for Stefan Struve.
I don't know, but he
who
got a
was
big old hole in his
the
face.
tallest one in the UFC, but Alexander Volkov got the win over Stefan Struve with a big TKO. He is 6'7", and what is Struve 6'8", so that's why they look so close in comparison. Or maybe Struve 6'10". I don't know. I can't remember now.
He's 7 foot.
He's a fucking monster. Anyway, it was the tallest person I've seen matched up with Struve. So
Yes.
it was like they were both taller than the ring, but they both look like normal fighters in the ring.
You know who Volkov said he went and trained with to get ready for this fight?
No.
Sammy fucking Schild.
Wow, really?
Do you remember Sammy
Yeah, I
Shields
remember
from
Sammy
Pride?
Shield. Yeah,
Who
yeah.
was another 7 foot tall fucking monster
he
that was a
had the,
kickboxer that did decently well.
He wore the kickboxing skirt thing, didn't he?
I believe so, yeah. He wore the shorts.
The shorts. And moving on now to UFC 215, which is going down Saturday night.
Well, do you want to talk about the Ultimate Fighter first?
Oh, we could.
Did you watch The Ultimate Fighter?
Is anybody watching The Ultimate Fighter?
Yes.
I catch it on TV while I'm at work.
Yeah.
Okay. So Roxanne Modafferi won last week in the very first round via TKO. This week we had who went up against who?
Deanna Bennett over Karine Gagavorian,
All right, that works.
I believe is how you say it.
And Deanna Bennett got the win.
Yeah, Deanna got the win. Gavorian was having a little bit of trouble communicating.
Oh, I'm sorry. That was her seed. Roxanne Modafferi is the number 1 seed in this tournament.
She's the number 1 seed.
So Deanna Bennett's the number 4 seed in
Yes.
this tournament. Okay.
Karine was having a little bit of trouble with, obviously, the English language. She is Armenian. She did not have anybody she felt she could talk to. They even tried to get a translator in there to describe things. She still kind of felt left out of things, and it didn't quite go well. This again, her coach was Eddie Alvarez. We found out that Emily Whitmore had got an injury. She thought her rib had been broken or popped out of place, but I guess it is a intercostal muscle strain and cartilage strain to her rib area.
That's fine.
So she's going to be out for about 2 weeks before they can get her in fighting. She'll probably be one of the last ones to be able to fight. And then, so we had Deanna Bennett over Karine Gavorian, TKO in the first round. So that's a number 4 taking out the number 13.
All right.
So just like what was that, 2 seasons ago when they did the tournament style that they're all seated, basically a coach, we didn't talk about this last week, but coach picks, they don't know what they're seated.
Oh, so if you
pick one,
number 1, then you
automatically get 15.
Yeah, okay.
Then the next guy goes, they automatically give you the corresponding set of things.
Yeah.
So Roxanne Modafferi was number 1. She says she wants to prove to everybody that she does not suck, and talked about her underwhelming performance. And the last time she was on The Ultimate Fighter, I think that was TUF 18.
Yeah, I got to say,
Because she's been doing quite well in Invicta.
and that's fine, but that's the thing for me, and this is going to sound condescending and insulting, but still, Roxanne Modafferi being a pioneer of women's MMA when she was, then coming on to The Ultimate Fighter when she did, and having the poor showing that she had, and then at the same time going into the UFC and losing pretty much immediately in the UFC, getting sent back down to Invicta, now being the number 1 seed.
They think she's improved her game.
I personally thought time had passed her by the last time we saw her, so it doesn't speak volumes to me. I'll tell you that.
Well, we've seen a lot of people have come back from sort of things like adversity. I mean, you saw, we talk trash a lot about
Corey Feldman. You're right. coming back from obscurity. I got you. I'm with you. All right.
I was going to say Dominic Cruz. We talked, having 3 years off. We thought he was not going to do well. Comes back and destroys the number 1 contender, and he's able to get right back in, and then injures himself again. But
after Ronda Rousey fucked him up, I know.
So then we have UFC 215 going down this Saturday live on pay-per-view.
If you get the opportunity to watch on Fight Pass, you have Kajan Johnson taking on Adriana Martins, and then Luis Enrique taking on Arjan Bahular. Mm-hmm. Then moving on to Fox Sports 1, Mitch Clark goes up against Alex White. Gavin Tucker takes on Rick Glenn. Sarah Morris goes up against Ashley Evans Smith, who for some reason we like here, and I'm sure we're all rooting for.
Yes.
And Sarah McMahon up against Kellen Vieira.
Ketlin.
Sorry, I can't see that. I told you my eyes.
Again, on Fox Sports 1.
Yeah.
And then something new, if you go over to our Facebook page, I think we're also going to put it up on our Instagram and possibly Twitter. We're going to start doing some our fight picks here. I got a nice little infographic going up. We're going to try to put those up for all the major fights.
And we'll try to get all of them on the main card that don't get fucking canceled.
Yeah, we're going to try to do the main card pretty much because there's so many fights that we can only
Card
fit
is subject to change
on a little graphic.
I think technically we still got it right. I think Demetrius Johnson still won.
Yeah, technically still won. But also you can see not just the 3 of us, but we also have added Killa Kelly has said that she will be doing some content for us, and this is going to be one of them.
Eric from My MMA News.
Eric from My MMA News, and then our good friend over at MMA Pixels, Nick, will also be in the picks. So you can follow these along. Remember, we're not really a credible source, so I don't know if you want to change.
Especially me.
If you really want to pick the same fighters we do, but hey, if that helps you out, there you go. So on to the main card.
Jeremy Stevens taking on Gilbert Melendez.
Melendez dropping for the first time to featherweight.
Hey, with all this weather, I'm going with El Nino.
That's a good plan.
Yeah.
I like his wrestling style up against Little Heaton Stevens. We'll see what he does at the new weights. That's my pick, as you can see on it's gone now. But if you looked,
Go on our Facebook, you can check it out.
Ilir Latifi going up against Tyson Pedro.
Vote for Pedro.
We got Latifi.
We got Latifi.
Yeah.
Cejudo taking on Wilson Reese.
So this was supposed to be on the prelim card. This got put in right in the middle of the main card, which I don't know how it skips 2 fights or moves around or whatever. I think they were trying to use that as a main event fight on the prelim card, and then it just got shuffled in.
Bumped up.
Right.
But that's where you're going to have, Henry Cejudo against Wilson Rise. We didn't have that on our picks because we made these picks yesterday before the main event was canceled. I will be taking Cejudo in this fight.
Yeah.
I'll take Heist in this one.
All right.
Really?
This is where you and I will differ.
Okay.
And then Magny going against Rafael Dos Anjos.
Yo, Magny.
Good old two hands.
I think this
Two
guy's been
chains.
on a nice tear
Taking 2 chains.
recently, and I'm going to be taking Magny.
It's been so much longer than 2 years since we've been talking about this guy. I forget who I picked. I think I
picked
said Magny. Yeah, Magny.
Both of us took Magny.
Yeah. Magny all the way. And then Amanda
New
Nunes,
main event.
New main event, if she doesn't get sick between now and tomorrow, is taking on Valentina Shevchenko. This is their second time they've met up.
Yes.
Nunes beat her the first time.
Yes.
However,
A decision.
Dennis over here thinks that Shevchenko's got it. Even
I'm going
though
with the bullet. You know, I always go with the Russians, bro. I collude like
It was a
a
decent
bug.
fight, yeah.
But
Amanda
since
Nunes kind
then-
of gassed in the last round. That's where Shevchenko thinks she took it. And she
I don't
thought
care.
the middle round was going to be like kind of a draw, or that she
Whatever.
could have edged the decision. However, she did lose that in a unanimous decision to Amanda Nunes, right? Was it unanimous?
I would be pretty. Yeah, it was unanimous. I would be pretty amazed
Bullet, baby.
if Shevchenko,
Bullet.
after Amanda Nunes took the belt from Miesha Tate and then also beat Ronda Rousey.
Ronda Rousey, yeah, that's how I feel. Is that
That's
Amanda
where it's
Nunes is
crazy to
definitely
me. She's
on
stepped
the
up her
rise.
competition,
She
big
stepped
time.
up her competition. She has taken out both those competitors. That's why I give her the.
I think
nod
the
in
bullet
this fight.
could beat Rousey and Tate at the same time.
I would pay to watch that.
right.
I myself, I would watch that.
Yeah,
I've actually seen that
Alone.
in my own head
alone.
I'm
a
sure.
couple times.
So that's it. That's going down tomorrow night. UFC 215 on
Oh,
pay per
no.
view.
Wait, okay.
But wait, there's more.
Oh, wait, there's more.
But wait, there's more.
We have Ismatic going down
Ismatic is happening this
September 9th.
September
Merced
9th.
Fairgrounds. And I'm bringing up the fights here right now. We're gonna have Michael Gomez against Joey Martinez, Cale Melton against Ramiro Hernandez, Robert Holson against Daniel Wenner, Gresham. I guess the guy is just named Gresham. No, Nathan Gresham against Andrew Robles, Leo Ramos against Alicia Solis.
Donald Trump's not coming to this, is he?
Joel. It's a DACA festival.
Lose
Joel
80%
Lopez
of the fight
Palos
card
against
to be
Corey
over.
Smith, Jose Navarro.
Well, that's what I heard
against
about.
Anthony Haro.
That's what I heard about the
Anthony
tropical storm
Howard.
Jose. It's never going to make it across the border.
Oh, no.
So that's all going down tomorrow, September 9th at Merced Fairgrounds.
Is that tomorrow, September 9th? Jesus Christ.
Ismatic 1. Ismatic Fighting Chip Fight 1.
It's mathematic after Ismatic.
Yeah.
Something.
And
I don't know.
I hope to once we get into our studio, I hope to bring him up from Merced.
We are in our studio.
Yeah, but I hope to bring him up from Merced.
You're still getting a new studio.
And Rayford Hudson, who's been doing the. I like to just talk to all these guys. Maybe even bring Terrell in and go over the whole.
Is there enough room for him and his ego?
Start putting on your shirt now, Daryl.
Is there enough room for him and his ego?
No, I'm just like I mean, Rayford's
I got a shirt
done
for
three,
him.
Rayford's done 3 big events, and he's doing pretty well. This is Ismatic's actual second that he's put on because he bailed him out last time that they actually got it going on here. So, yeah, I hope to get those guys. And we'll
So
do
if you're
some-
local, Merced County, go check it out, Merced County
Yeah,
Fairgrounds.
definitely
Cool.
check it out.
And then hopefully we're in our new studio next week. Time will tell on that one. Aside from that, big thanks for listening. Big thanks to our sponsors, mymmanews.com. Check them out. They do this 24/7. We do it once a week. So if you want to follow the breaking stuff, they got it for you. Also, of course, Dependable Solutions. Innovate your business. Dependable
And
Solutions.
Walkie Craft, Dependable Solutions, Walkie Craft. The stuff that goes along the bottom.
Yeah, all
You see it.
that stuff. Split Decision MMA Podcast on Facebook, SD_MMA on Twitter and Instagram, and SplitDecisionMMA.com for our website, Blogspot, TalkSpot, JoshSpot, whatever.
Soon to be coming from SynCal Industry Studio.
Soon. Big thanks for listening from the Ruloff Family Inc. Studios. Bueller, Dodge, and Dennis saying have a good night. We'll see you at the fights.